Hello, I'm Yoga Dawn. Welcome to my moving medicine series where I look at different parts of the body and how we can alleviate pain through 15-minute yoga flows. Today we're going to be looking at the upper back, which is one of the most common problem areas because of the nature of the modern world and how hunched we always are over our phones and laptops. So we'll look at strengthening and lengthening the muscles around the upper back and the neck. Onto our knees. We're just gonna do a few warming up exercises for our neck. So we'll bring our right ear towards our right shoulder. And then bring our head back up through center, bringing our left ear down towards our left shoulder. Back up through center. We're just going to do a few head rolls. So we'll start on the left side, rolling the head all the way around 360 degrees, and then roll at the other side, making sure we're not hunching our shoulders. As we're doing this, we're relaxing our shoulders down. You can do that as many times as you want. Making sure we always go in the opposite direction, and then coming back through center. We're going to take our right hand onto our left ear, and our left hand wants to be just at the bottom of the neck, and we're just going to try and gently stretch the head to the side. We can even press our head into the hand to create a bit more tension. And then releasing, moving on to the other side. We take our left hand onto our right ear, right hand onto the base of the neck. Again, we're just going to stretch open those muscles, easing the muscles into this 15-minute flow. Back up through center. We're going to interlace our hands and take it to the back of our head, bringing the head forward, and then we're just going to press our hand into the head, and we're going to also push our head against the hand. So we want to try and create some tension here. This is a really nice way of building up the muscles at the bottom of the neck. Releasing the hands, bringing the head back up to the top. We're going to bring our shoulders up, and then we're going to release them. We're going to bring them up towards the ears again, and then we're going to release them. We're now going to bring our hands onto our shoulders, and we're just going to rotate the shoulders almost like a propeller. Going forward, and then we're going to move backwards. Releasing the hands, we'll come over onto our hands and knees, setting up for tabletop. So we want to make sure our shoulders are directly over the wrists, our hips are directly over the knees. And we're just going to move through a few cat-cows. So making sure the fingers are spread nice and wide, we inhale, lift the tailbone and the head up towards the sky. And as we exhale, we arch the spine round. Inhale, crown of the head and tailbone up to the sky. Exhale, we arch the spine round. Do that 3 more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. And coming to our last round. Inhale as we lift the head, lift the tailbone. Exhale, we round that spine. Coming back into our tabletop, we take the right hand up towards the sky, and then we thread the arm underneath the left arm as we come down onto the mat. We can keep our left hand here if that feels stable, or we can bring the left hand round to the right hip. We just want to make sure that the body is melting down into the ground below us. We'll hold this for 2 more breaths. So each posture we're holding for 5 breaths. And bring our left hand to the mat. We're just going to push ourselves up and then set up on the other side. So we sweep the left arm up to the sky and then thread that arm underneath the right arm. Bringing our right hand to the mat, we push ourselves back up, getting ready for outstretched puppy. So we're just going to bring our arms slightly further forward. We want to make sure our hips are directly above our knees, and then we're just going to lower the top half of our body down towards the mat. Maybe our forehead can touch the mat, providing our point of contact with the mat below us. And just let the top half of your body melt down. We'll hold this for 2 more breaths. Inhale, coming back up. And from here, we're just going to come into a gentle child's pose. So we can either keep our knees kind of relatively close together, or we can just take them a little bit wider before we let the front part of the body come down to the mat. Our forehead again can touch the floor. And maybe we can just rock the forehead side to side, massaging our forehead as we do this. Really trying to soften those shoulders, soften the neck. And then pushing back up. We're going to lie the body all the way down on the mat, setting up for Cobra. So we're just going to bring our hands in line with our nipples. We want to make sure our elbows are tucked in. They're not splayed out like this. They're tucked into the side of the body. And we inhale, lifting the top half of our body. We should be engaging the muscles at the bottom of our back. This is a really lovely way of strengthening the muscles at the base of our back to support the upper back. body down. Now coming into locust, so we want to basically lie on our arms and have our little fingers touching underneath. So we want them to be palm down underneath the body, coming onto our chin, straightening the legs out, making sure our little fingers are touching as we inhale and lift the right leg, coming into our locust pose. Lowering the right leg down, you come onto the left side, so we inhale, the left leg sweeps up. Lowering the body down. We're going to remove the arms from underneath. We're just going to lie on our cheek for a couple of breaths to recenter ourselves. Bring our hands to the front of the mat, we push ourselves up, crossing our legs. We're going to come down onto our backs. And we're just going to imagine that there's a wall in front of me. So if you can find a wall, go up against a wall and just lean your legs against that wall. This is a really fantastic exercise to get all the blood from the legs pumping down to the core of the body, to the heart. You can really hold this for as long as you want, but we're going to hold this for about 30 seconds. And then from here, find your mat again, come away from the wall, and we're just going to tuck the knees into the chest, give ourselves a nice big hug, let the body gently rock side to side, and then release the legs, arms come out into a cross. We take an inhale, and as we exhale, we drop the legs to the right side. So this is a really nice twist for the spine. Our gaze can be just soft above, or it can flush over the left arm. I'm just going to breathe into this twist. Inhale, knees up through center. And as we exhale, we drop the knees to the left side. Our gaze again can be soft, directly above, or it can just flush over the right arm. Inhale those knees back up through center. We're going to give ourselves a nice big hug. Rock the body gently from side to side. Releasing the legs, the hands come behind the knees as we roll ourselves up to a seated position. Really enjoy that massage of the spine as you roll up. And we're going to come into a forward fold. So we can bring our blocks if you want to use a block here. So So we're going to inhale the arms up, and then we're just going to exhale the body forward. So here, if it's easier, you can just lean your head on the block. Hands can come maybe on the ankles or the shins. If you don't need a block, that's fine. You can just let the head hang. But make sure you do whatever feels most comfortable for you. Don't strain any muscles. I'm going to hold this for 3 more breaths. Next inhale, we bring our arms up to the sky and plant our hands just next to the bum, either side of the body. We take a big inhale and we just lift the chest and strengthen that spine. We want to find as much length as we can, almost imagining a string is pulling our head up to the sky. Making sure we're breathing through this, we're not holding our breath. And then release. And then we'll just come into a cross-legged position. Hands on our knees. Taking nice big inhales through our nose. And then exhales through the mouth. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhales through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhaling through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Hands come together to heart center.